So here I am today. I'm heading up to the KCI Expo Center for the Missouri Valley Arms Collectors Association Gun Show. It comes once a year in July. Last year I was able to purchase 2 rifles here. I'm looking to purchase a couple more this time. So I'm going to go in, see what they have, and then I'll let you see what I bought.
Yeah, they're getting it right underneath the barrel.
Yeah, like
The year it was made.
probably, I like 72 Winchesters. I mean, those things, man, some of those things are way, way
On
off.
there until you put that together. I found that out when I checked that one out.
Keep them. What's your chart say? Or do you have enough? Well, no, I don't know that the damn gun's even been shot, but the guy said that he got it with his wife being lost for it. No, that would be my opinion. I would describe it as I claim that he never shot it. Okay, yeah, I'm just, like I said, like 1954, if I can take it back home, but if it is not, then it's closed. Yeah. What's that 61 worth? It's a decent old gun. I would take more if it was more, but I'd probably take less. Why don't we go up a little more? About $1,000. Well, there's a 43 and I think there's a 338. But don't do that.
So this is what I came out to after I left the gun show and walked to my car, only to find out that I had locked my keys in the car and I had to wait 2 hours for my AAA to get here, to get it unlocked. And the wind was really blowing and it had started to sprinkle, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what am I going to do here? I've got a couple of rifles and out here, but I got it. I'm heading up to my parents' property now, so I'll give you a video of the purchases that I made this weekend. Well, you've seen the first part of the video telling you that I had made it up to the KCI International Airport Expo Center for the Missouri Valley Arms Collectors Association, and then showed you the sky of what it looked like when I exited after my purchases to go to my car. So here's the 3 rifles that I purchased there. I'll give you a closer look up of them. This is the Smith Rubin, the 9611. If I remember correctly, this is about a 1909. I have a Remington made model of 1917. The barrel dates September of 18. And then I have the Siamese Mauser, the type, some people are going to say the type 45, some are saying it's type 46. It's back and forth between the dates of when the ammo was first put in production or versus when the actual rifle was put in production. I've seen different topics and discussions on that, but it's hard to tell when this was actually made. They were made from 1903 to 1908. I had 2 issues with myself at this show. I did 2 things that for me was stupid, or I made errors in judgment. The first one is when I came outside. Again, I mean, the wind was really blowing, sprinkling. You saw the sky, what I was dealing with. And I get to my car and I'm like, okay, where's my keys? I'm like, oh, I don't have my keys. And I look in my car and I'm like, okay, there they are in the ignition, and I've locked the door. This is not good. I'm carrying my rifles and it's gonna rain. So I call my AAA for roadside service. It's probably about 11:15. The show opened at 9. I was one of the first 20 people in. So they say you can be there probably about 12:10. Then I get an update, 12:20. Then another update, it's 12:50 of when they're gonna be there. So I'm waiting outside for them to get there. The second error on my part is just not paying attention. I had been to this one booth and I was looking at the rifles there, and I was wanting to buy the 1903 A3 that they had, and it was the same price as this one. And when I went there, this is the one I picked up, talked to the guy, blah, blah, blah. And when I got out, I realized, oh, darn, I bought the wrong one. It's not too bad because I do have a Winchester model of 1917. This is the Remington. So even though I've got the same rifle, it's by different manufacturers. So that's gonna be okay for me. I'll just deal with that. So let me give you a close-up look of them. So here's my Siamese Mauser. This was made in Japan, and this does have the split stock. It also has the dust cover, similar to the ones they used on their Type 35 for the Japanese. And with the Type 45-66, because of the different caliber, this was ground down so the sights would be adjusted differently. And in looking stuff up on this one, there's not a lot to find out about them. I did translate the serial number, but this one would be, I think, for their second order. The first order of 20,000. The front sight on that one, right up here, this is the second order, because the first one's this protruded out from the base on both sides. This one doesn't. The other thing is back here, also for the trigger guard area, they added, it was originally just right here. They added this in for support. The first versions also, it only went to here. They added this on. Also, the first version had a one-piece stock versus the two-piece. Also, this butt stock, the butt plate, they brought it up and around. In the first version, it was just at a beveled edge and the screw went in at a 45-degree angle. And it's interesting for this here, this opens up, and I don't have a cleaning rod or the oiler kit or anything in there. So this pulls open, slides forward, locks in place. And I'll turn this over. So here's the other side. And you can tell the influence of the Mauser design. And overall, when I checked the bore on this, it looks really decent. The next one I have is the Remington-made model of 1917. And there you can see, it's kind of hard to see there, but got the flaming, let me see if I get the sunlight some. The flaming bomb 9 of 18 there. The bore on this one's good, rifling, dirty. I need to clean it before I shoot it. Let me turn this over so you can see the other side. So here's the other side. And then the last one is the Smith-Rubin, the 9611. And these were converted from the 1896, which just had the straight stock. They grafted in the semi-pistol grip here. Also, they had this rounded butt plate, and then later for the actual 1911s, they went with the flat. And the stock did have this already incorporated and built into it. The bore on this one is nice, shiny. I do have, you know, like some surface rust here and up here on the barrel and the bayonet and the front barrel band. And by checking the serial numbers, they kept the original serial numbers for when they were first made. They didn't convert anything to when they made the conversion. So this is the original serial number, and I believe this was a 1909 built. I'll turn this over. So here's the other side. Like I said, you can see it has that surface rust. I've got to get all that cleaned up. And going down this way, again, you can see surface rust there. Does have the P on it, meaning it was privatized, taken out of the military service. But the bore is bright and shiny on this. I tried taking off the buttstock to see if there was a troop tag. I was able to get the top screw off. This one down here, the slot is kind of messed up and I can't get a good grip onto the screw. I'm going to have to fix that before I can take that screw out. Overall, I'm real happy with my acquisitions this weekend at the gun show. I only wish instead of grabbing this one, I'd grab the one I intended to, which was the 1903 A3. But I'll get that next year.